which player do you think is going to fit in the system? And also, we're going to look at the players that we sell or keep. Going to the next season, as I've said, this is make or mar. This summer, we have to do it, just have to get it right. Because I'm telling you, some other clubs, they are going to strengthen. They're not going to wait for us to get it right. Everybody is going to be doing their thing. Everybody's going to sign players we cannot sign. And I look at, we are not going to be signing Osimhen because there's no money. We'll be going for this 17 years old, 18, but are we going to have patience? We'll come to that. But first of all, let's look at the players. Let's start from the goalkeeper. I don't think Bayinda is injured right now. I don't think going forward, this guy has to look for another club. We need another goalkeeper. For me, I think we need another goalkeeper to challenge Onana. Let's talk about Onana now. Yomi, what do you think? Is this guy, does he fit into this system, Amorim system? Do we need to sell him or keep him? Talk to me. Talk to me.
So my response will be based on the situation we are, okay? Because sometimes we can make this decision based on if everything is well and good. If we have the financials, if we are able to sign a new keeper. I don't think we'll have financials to go and be looking for a keeper now. We have a lot of positions to fill, right? Ordinarily, I would say we should. To answer the question, if it fits the system, I would say yes, because he can play from the back, he can do everything. But the thing is, he has to improve himself. He has to improve. He has to improve to help the team. He has to improve to play from the back. He has to cut some unnecessary actions or decisions that he's taking right now. He has to look deeper into himself. I want to believe he should be one of the leaders in the team right now.
Yeah.
And he should take a responsibility of looking at his own contributions to move the team forward. So if he gets his acts together and wants to be a leader or wants to contribute more, I think he fits the system. I think he will need to improve. And I want to say that I don't see Nils buying a new keeper.
I don't see
that position as a very threatened position for them. We may see it as a threatened position. I don't think they see it as a threatened position. But ordinarily, I would prefer that we get a goalkeeper that can challenge Onana. Maybe that will get him to put his ass together.
All right, moving on to the defenders. Actually, some defenders will be leaving. Evans, I think, is gone. Lindelof, no contract yet, so he has to leave. Maguire's situation is still there. I think they gave him 1 more year or something.
Yeah, Maguire is still very much alive.
And if you notice, Maguire is getting injured by and by, and I don't think we can stick with him for a long time. Let's say just 1 year. So Maguire is staying. Martinez, what do you feel? He's going to be coming back in December, and I'm seeing a sign that we should let this guy go. We can. He's not going to be fit. He's going to be fit. Even if he comes back, I don't think it's going to be because that injury. Oh my God! He's going to keep struggling.
Martinez is that. Candy you put in your mouth is sweet, but before you know it, it disappears. Yeah, so
very painful, man.
I love Martinez, not only for his performance, but also for some qualities he has to be able to gear up other players, to be able to, bring the passion, the aggression, Sometimes the way he acts transfer to other players on the.
Oh my God!
While he's there, he's showing everybody, we are fighting here. He gets in the face of the opposing
Opponents.
players.
Yeah.
He does all these things, and immediately you see other players also wants to, follow suit. So for me, the injuries are just too much. They are just getting in the way. I don't think he has consistently played 5 to 10 matches. I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't see us prioritizing fullbacks. Actually, I don't think we are going to get new fullbacks. We have Leny Yoro, which we just signed. We have Matthias De Ligt, right?
What if all these players? I'm thinking going to the next season. Sorry to cut you. I think we still need defenders because Lindelof will be going. Evans is going to go. And, definitely injury is going to set in. We only have Mazarawi, the Leeds, Euro. Euro is also getting injured now. I mean, as a fan. And we can't rely. I'm still going to go to this guy too. Luke Shaw. We can't rely on him as well. So we're short. We're short at the back. If you look at it, we're short.
Yeah, I understand perfectly. As a fan, we sometimes have this we paint this picture of perfect team where we have everybody available, we have all positions filled. But I think the owners, they look at financial implications of these things. For example, like I said, they signed Leny Yoro, we have Matthias De Ligt, we have Mazarawi, we have then fullbacks now. We signed Patrick Dogo. Is that his name? Is it Patrick?
Patrick.
Yeah. So 1 or 2 will be leaving. I don't think we sign more than 1 or 2. I don't see us signing more than 2 defenders. And I think if we want to sign if we are signing 2, we'll sign 1 fullback and 1 wing back, right? And the wing back we're signing will be someone, we may be looking at someone that can play as a wing back and as a full center back. I think that's what they'll be trying to do. They will be trying to see, let's say we are short at the back, who can play these 2 roles. One of the reasons we signed in Euro was because he can do that. He can play as a center back and he can play as a full back, right?
Yeah.
And when you look at Amorim's system, I just want to believe that we won't be looking at more than 3 solid center backs. I don't, because even the inverted formation where we have the wing backs attacking, for this to work, it has to be someone who is attacking minded and at the same time can cover the defense. So it's not going to just be a defender.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes you see defenders, they don't do well in these positions. It takes an hybrid player to perform well in that position. When you look at players like players that have, let me mention these 2 players. It may not be related to what we're discussing, but when I said hybrid, that's why I'm trying to mention these names. Ashley Young.
Ashley Young, yeah.
When you have Ashley Young that have played as a winger in all his life, and he also plays, now he's playing like a wing back or a defender, and he's still doing well. Those are the kind of player that can play that position. We used to have this guy, I forgot his name now. This Ecuadorian guy.
Valencia.
Valencia also
utility
is that type of player. So those are the type of player you play as inverted level back that can actually give you a very good result.
Yeah.
Because they have that thing there with attacking. They can make those crosses. They can make that decision when they get to that position. It's not only making crosses, decisions. They're not just pumping ball. You're able to see where the attackers will be. You know where the 9 will be. You know where someone that is just arriving into the box will be. They can make those decisions. You can't accept Diego Dalot to be able to make a good decision like that. So even if we are now filling those positions now, we are filling those positions they may not be the kind of players that can actually play as a center back.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. So we still need our solid center back that will not be converting to left wing back. You understand? And that's where we are right now. So I don't know if we are going to let Martinez go. But at this point, with this injury, I don't know if he's still going. He's just going to be a part player.
Yeah.
And if we can get someone in that can do a good job, I'll be so happy. We need to replace. I don't think we are letting.
What do you think about? Yeah, Maguire. Okay, what do you think about Dalot? Because that's another player that is giving me headache.
Who?
This guy, Dalot, Diogo Dalot. I don't understand him this season.
He's just a utility player, right? Where you have that player that can cover the left, can cover the right,
I don't think he's going anywhere. But
players like that you don't allow them to go. The only thing is you just have to make sure that you are using them at the right time and the proper situations. Okay. You can't depend on them as like I don't see if in a good Manchester 11, I don't see Diogo as one of the starters. But he can come in and do a good job based on coach instructions and everything. So Diogo Dalot, I said he's okay. He has been, I can say he's an average guy. I don't think he's that bad. Depending on where he's playing and who he's playing against. Yeah. Sometimes Diogo Dalot does become the man of the match playing against a particular type of a team and become the worst player when he's playing another team. So
it's crazy, man.
So we will keep him. We'll keep him. I don't see us selling him because it's expensive to replace him actually, and we don't have the money.
All right, moving on to the midfield. Let's move on to the midfield. Now, we have Ugarte, we have Bruno, we have Meno is also injured, and there's a speculation around Meno that we have to sell him. And then also in the midfield, Mason Mount injury. We're still coming back to that. I don't think, for me, that Mason Mount is just a group with the same. I'm going to categorize him with Luke Shaw. So I don't think it's a bad signing. It's a bad signing. And in the midfield as well, what else do we have? We have Casemiro. Casemiro is also there. And which player do you think we have to keep, or is going to suit the system or sell? In the midfield.
In the midfield, luckily for us, we have a lot of good midfield players in the EPL. It's affordability that is the question. Are we able to afford them? We have Semenyo, we have Eze, we have a lot of good players. In fact, a lot of good players, and we have this player in Bournemouth. What's his name? I can't even remember. I think he has the second highest assist even in the league. There are a lot of good players right now. But it's just I don't know if we're able to get money out to be able to get these players. But players like Casemiro have to go. Casemiro have to leave. Eriksen has to leave. One of the challenges we have with midfield is also that we have a lot of players that we don't know what is the situation with them now. We don't know if Anthony has left. I don't know. I don't know if Sancho is coming back because look at Chelsea may send him back. We don't know.
Problem. Chelsea, I beg. Respect yourself. Chelsea, respect yourself.
We don't know.
That's your player. I beg.
Yeah, so we don't.
And also, Rashford. Rashford is still there.
So we don't know what's going to happen to our midfield, right? We just want to. I want to believe that, but we need at least. I'm sorry to say this, but we need the defensive midfielder, even though Garte is okay. But what we have been looking for years and years since Carrick left is a ball carrying midfielder. And we chased De Jong for how long? For almost a season and 2 seasons.
Yeah.
We still need the ball carrying midfielder so that Ugarte can just be stationary, not stationary as it were, but I mean, he would be able to focus on helping the defense, while we have a ball carrying midfielder can still take the ball, move the ball forward, make passes.
And also free Bruno to play on that.
Yeah, and you are Bruno. Yeah, so because Bruno, for me, Bruno should be playing very close to our attackers.
Yeah.
Very close to even if we have a number 9, Bruno should be very close to him. Why? Because Bruno's decision if Bruno is making decision very close to the opposite, to the opposition box, he usually does well than making decisions from deep inside. So so midfield, we need at least 2 new midfielders. That's my opinion. I want to see if we can bring players that can make good decisions, right? And I don't know if Eriksen leaves, if Casemiro leaves, if always. I don't see Mason Mount actually playing a full season. I don't see Mason Mount playing a full season. I think that was a bad business.
Bad market.
That was a bad business, even though they said the potential was there, but that was a bad business.
Yeah.
So I would prefer we bring in. I like Semenyo. I like Eze. It's just that Eze will be a problem if he plays with Bruno. Eze will be a problem if he plays with Bruno. Yeah. I may not be able to explain that well, but you understand when Bruno will like to make some decisions, Eze will like to make the same decision. Oh no, you know. But Semenyo is tactical, is sound. I love Semenyo. He reads the game. Yeah, we have a lot of good players like that. Most especially Semenyo. I want to see him in the Manchester United shirt because this guy can actually decide a match.
Yeah,
that guy against Man City. If you watch him against Man City, he took that game by himself. They were once he gets the ball, they were afraid of him. So we need players like that. That even when the match is when we are down 1-0 or when we are playing draw, he's still himself. He wants to take the ball. He wants to do well. You know. Yeah. So midfielder, I expect we get a defensive midfielder and an attacking minded midfielder, but I don't know if we have money to do those two. For example, now,
but they said they want to sell Meno. I mean, if they sell Meno,
no. So I think the issue with Meno is not they're not planning to sell him. They are just trying to make him agree to the contract. So I think the issue is with the contract. Yeah, I think the rumor is that the agent is trying to get him 180, and I don't think Ineos want to stop that structure of giving players those kind of flimsy salaries, right? If you look at Patrick Dogu, I think Patrick Dogu came in at 40 or 50K. So so they don't want to sign players and just give them money the way they handed over money to Rashford, handed over money to Sancho and all those guys, you know. Yeah, so but his agent, Menu's agent, is trying to get as much money on the new contract, and I don't think Ineos are trying to bulk right now. That's the issue they're having right now. So if he wants to leave it, he will be on his own terms, not as if they are trying to sell him. So, but I don't think he's more than an 100K player. I don't even think he's up to 100.
I don't think
just because he plays for England now and he's making 11. His agent apparently thinks he's a 200K player. So we are stuck.
All right, let's talk about this last one in the player section. That's do we need a striker?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. And no disrespect to Ireland and Sergi. But if you look at that formation needs a striker that can actually stand by himself. You know, players like Drogba, players like Rooney, players like if we even look at player like what do you call him? I've forgotten this guy's name that I play for Crystal Palace. These players, these players, if you isolate them with two defenders,
they'll find a way.
They'll find a way. They're either pushing one down to fall down, or even before the ball arrives, the defender is already on the floor. I don't body the guy, you understand?
Yeah.
So we need a 9 that is a 9. If you know what I mean, right?
I don't
we
need
a guy that has presence. We need a guy that has presence. We need a guy that actually put the fear of God in defenders. We don't need a striker that this guy will look at this one. I will chop this guy.
I will chop this one.
You think Van Dijk is looking at Erlander is thinking that he's going to score? You understand? Right. So it's you know when you have a striker that the defense already know that their job is well cut for them.
Yeah,
it's even a plus.
Absolutely.
But when you see people want to play against our attack, they're already smiling.
Now this one where you bring home.
So we need players that are handful. We need attackers that are handful. You know, even when they are not scoring, they are causing trouble up and down.
But
they are just there.
What do you think about the potential signing of Gosires and
sincerely, that guy is a very good guy, but in a different league. He's a very good striker, but in a different league.
What about Osimhen?
Osimhen fits the bill, right? Fits into the kind of 9 we need, but the Osimhen thing is, I don't just want us to start the Osimhen thing because number one is wages. It's going to be an impediment, right? Chelsea was chasing this guy. His wages was the problem. Chelsea has a lot of money to float around. Yeah, they didn't sign this guy. We don't have money to float around like Chelsea.
Let's forget about that side. In fact, I don't want to be talking about. I don't want to be talking about transfer now because where's even the money? All the podcasts, all everywhere, content, fan content, they always talk about transfer, and I'll be looking like, where is the money? These people are not showing that. Where is the money coming from?
Yeah,
but they said we have to keep talking about transfer. Where is the money?
That's the fans, right? That's the fans for you.
We're talking about
what we want is different.
Close. Gozere is close to. I agree. I'll just be looking like, oh my god! Anytime I see any fan content talks about this transfer, I just block it. Like, come on, where is the money? Stop.
Where is the money, right?
Because we are in a situation whereby we have to sell to buy before we can buy. We are in that position now. So who is buying our players? Which player any club will be looking like, oh, I need this in Man U. Only Rashford now that I've seen glimpses, and this that guy towards Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
If you can raise money from there, well,
yeah.
What do you think about selling Rashford, Garnacho too? What's your take on that? If you sell Garnacho,
so sometimes words are not. People say things just to satisfy people. But what I've heard from Ineos is they don't have any plan to sell both Garnacho and Mendy. They don't see anything happening that's going to make them sell them. Which I believe. But in football, you don't know what can happen.
Anything can happen.
But I think right now we can't. Garnacho is a first-team player. If Meno comes back, Meno is going to be a first-team player because ordinarily we can't. I prefer Meno to Eriksen.
Yeah.
So I don't see us selling those two guys.
All right.
What I can just
because of our time, you mean now.